Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to get an updated notification whenever the new video is uploaded. Before we start with today's video, I would request you to walk through the previous videos on Ansible to get a basic understanding as what is Ansible, what is configuration management, what are the components involved in Ansible, and why the Ansible is one of the popular tool in the deployment and from the automation perspective. So in today's video, we are going to walk through the basics of YAML. What is YAML? What is the structure of YAML? And I will also walk you through the example where I will explain you the detailed structure of YAML file. So without any delay, let's all get YAML file. YAML file. So the YAML is very easy to read and is expressive and easy to implement, and as I mentioned again and again, is easy to read. So the full form of YAML is Y equals to YAML, A equals to and, M equals to markup lang, and L equals to language. So if you see the screenshot below, you can easily see the difference between the XML, JSON, and how the YAML file looks. So it's basically a pretty simple. You do not need to know any coding language or something to write a simple YAML file. All you need to understand that YAML is a key value pair of a file. So there are different structures in YAML. Let's walk through each of them. So first one is the key value pair. As I mentioned, the YAML is a key value pair file. So if you want to declare something, okay, all you need is the key and the value of that. So if you see in the screenshot, the first key is fruit and the value of the fruit is apple. Remember, the key and value are separated by a semicolon and a space. If you forgot to write the colon and space, it will basically throw an syntactical error. Moving to the next structure of YAML is array and list. Like any other programming language, be it Linux, Perl, Java, or any other language, YAML also supports the array. All you need to do is, if you're declaring an array, it should start with dash. Okay, so here is an example of the array. Say I have three fruits, orange, apple, and banana, and I want to declare in the YAML file. All I need is the key for those values. So I will write fruits colon space, going to the next line, dash space apple, and then banana. Make sure you follow the indentation of the YAML. If you do not follow, it will basically throw the error. I'm going to explain certain rules which you need to keep in mind when you start writing a YAML file. Moving to the next one, we have something called as the dictionary and map. In Java, we use map as one of one of the class where we have the map and its value. So similarly, we can declare the map in the YAML. All you need to do is have a key, and then if you have any characteristics of it, then declare it with the colon. Has same thing you declare with you declare the key. All you need to make sure that you follow the indentation. If the indentation is not correct, it will throw a syntax error. Moving to some of the rules you need to remember whenever you're writing a YAML file. So first thumb rule is all your YAML files should be saved with an extension called .yaml or .yml. If you do not save that, the Ansible would not be able to understand what that language in which that in which language that syntax is written. So it's necessary for an Ansible to understand that, okay, this is a YAML file and I need to basically execute this. One another thing of YAML is it's a case sensitive. Make sure the key and the values you're declaring are with a proper case. Another important thing is YAML uses spaces. Remember that key is separated by colon and its value is separated by space. Okay, so always remember that YAML uses spaces for its declaration. If you write a tab or two spaces, it will then throw an error. Another important thing to remember here is all the YAML files start with three dashes. So the it's important to remember that you write three dashes at the start of all your YAML files. Another important thing to understand is all the YAML files end with three dots, but that is optional. It will not throw an error. Now, let's walk through a simple example. Okay, so here is how our first YAML file looks. If you see, I've written three dashes at the start of the file, and then I've written a comments. Like in Unix, you write the comments. You can similarly declare the comments in YAML. Make sure that you place hash before your comment. Okay, I've also declared a key value pair. If you see, the first name colon and space Raj, last name here professional. If you see, I've declared something called as a list, collection, or the array. Remember, all the skills the array is, or a list of skill is declared with a dash in front of it. Then I've declared something called as a dictionary, which has its own characteristics in it. And at end, I've ended with the three dots, but that's an optional. Okay, moving to the next stuff, you can declare the arrays or the list something called as anchor in and alias. In YAML, there is something called as an anchor, which basically holds your value, and that value can be then later on get reference in another key by using the alias, which is star. So here is one of the example. If you see, in the first name, I have declared something called as a anchor f name, and it holds the value called Raj. And if I want to refer that in another key, I have declared that using star f name. So now the ID will hold the value of the first name, which is Raj. Moving to the next is another important thing is you might have a long line where you need to basically say what is the description of this YAML file which I'm using, or it can have any other uh, uh, content in it. So you can basically use the new lines in or multiple lines in YAML by using pipe and greater than sign. The difference between the pipe and the greater than sign you can see in the example is that if you declare a key which is having multiple lines in it, and if you have written greater than sign in front of it, it basically treats that as a one long single line, but with the spaces. Okay, even though if you have written some special characters in it, it will not. It will use as a spaces to separate that. The another way to declare the multiple lines and make sure that the indentation remains intact. So you to use that, you need to basically declare pipe in front of the in front of the line um, which has the content. Okay, so you that's how you can basically have multiple lines declared in YAML. So now let's have a quick summary of what all we have discussed. So here is the YAML file which has the key value pair, which has array, which has dictionary, it has multiple lines declared in the description, and a couple of other things are there in this. I hope this video was quite helpful and it gave you the understanding of how the YAML file looks and how can we implement different commands, and as well as how can we write the array list and a couple of other things. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to basically walk through the some of the sample playbooks where we can learn more about how to start the surveys, how to get an updated patch installed on our Linux machines or Windows machine, and couple of other examples. Until then, stay tuned and kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for the updates. Bye bye, take care.